according to the police, through the preliminary reports, that this nurse or the quack nurse was taken to professionals, and they concluded that what she gave was inaccurate doses. Yes, she might be negligent due to unethical practice of medicating a patient at home, but what she did not result, because if it was anaphylaxis, it would have. I can be guilty of coming to your house to administer Tylenol, but it is not the Tylenol that killed you.
That's not correct. That's not correct. I don't want to put in the street situations, okay, so that they can understand how it feels like. Imagine I walk into someone's home. I walk there, and everyone claimed that the person I came to treat was fine, was just having a minor injury. They knew that Mohbad was sick. Okay? The nurse never said Mohbad was almost dying. The nurse said Mohbad was responsive. Mohbad responded to her. She didn't implicate, the nurse cooperated with her. She didn't implicate any of them in the house. And Wunmi claimed that her husband had a show with Susan, a podcast. Her husband was healthy, was fine. If I walk into any healthy family, any healthy home, just to treat a minor injury that maybe has been tetanused, and I administer injection, and that moment, the person's condition changed. And from that moment on, we cannot prove that something else was responsible for what caused his death. What we all know that made us to start running up and down until the person died was this injection that was given by the person. Who are we going to hold responsible, for God's sake? It's common sense. If she had not treated Mohbad, was Mohbad dying automatically? No.
Wait, Paparino. Then what you just said now, if there is no cause of death, what would you charge that nurse for? What killed Mohbad? If you don't know what killed Mohbad, so
who will charge that? Listen now, please get this. She will be charged based on testimonies of those who were there and her testimony. Those who were there will be asked, after she injected Mohbad, what did you guys see happening to Mohbad? Because they will not take responsibility. Whatever they say will free them. If they don't accuse the nurse, they will be as the witness of the prosecutor. The prosecutor prosecuting the nurse will invite me, we invite Adura, we invite Dijebami, all of them. They will come and tell what they see with their eyes after the nurse injected Mohbad.
Okay.
And what
about those that poured water on him?
Come on, no.
What do you mean no?
The lawyer of the nurse can argue that. Okay, but now the prosecutor will put it to the nurse. When you came there, was Mohbad alive? Was he responsive? Was he healthy? If the nurse can prove that Mohbad was alerted, Mohbad responded, Mohbad answered him, even Mohbad was alive. So then after your injection, what happened? They start pouring water, right? When you get there, were they pouring him water? No. After your injection, then they have to pour him water, right? Then he reacted. He was allergic.
Wait, Paparino. So what if she said when she got there was already water on the floor?
They have already spoken in the inquest now. Why are you speaking for her?
Wait. Now remember.
Let's work with what she said in the inquest. It was after she injected.
Wait. In the inquest as well, she said somebody was mopping, right? Or somebody's statement, they said it was mopping.
That is after.
Wait. Oh no! In one of these people's testimony,
No, please wait. Listen, in your colossal. Please. Just wait. Go on.
Yeah, Paparino, in one of these, I don't know if it was DJ Bami, one of them, the inquest said it was mopping, or maybe Adura said DJ Bami was mopping before the nurse or something like that, right? Now, if it's established that they were already before the nurse came, it means they must have poured water. There was water, maybe not poured.
So did he die at the time? Did he die before the injection?
Hold on. And at the time, you asked the question that when you got there, was Mohbad alive? And the same question will be asked again at the time you left, was Mohbad alive? When the nurse left, was Mohbad alive?
Don't forget, they said Mohbad was lying on the ground shaking. He was lying on conversing. So was it okay? Was that how she met Mohbad when she came there?
So marry that with the Russian statement. Then when the Russian said at 11:30 they called him, that Mohbad was already conversing. So marry that with the Russian statement.
No. You have to bring the 11:30 of the Russia.
You can't take it out. You cannot take it out. You cannot take it out. It's still the same case.
Let me just say this.
Did not say that Mohbad cannot walk by himself when he gets to the house.
Sorry guys. I'm very sorry. Let me just give this out. You see what happened at court today, right? Baba Mohbad have seen the result of autopsy. Baba Mohbad is working with all of them. They work with with the nurse, work with everybody. I'm telling the truth. With what happened, with the result they brought out today, the nurse, Baba Mohbad is working with nurse, working with Mumi. Yes, that's why all those results you see. All those things have been applying again. Yes.
God bless you.
Yes.
All right, Lady Bible, go on.
Hello everybody. I was just coming up to say almost
Bankole and shit.
almost everything that Mr. Eric was talking about. First of all, Paparino, tell me the truth. Were you surprised about the result today? Tell the truth.
Oh no, I've said it before. I mean, it is lately done. Lately, I've told them that they should have been doing all those things. All that embe that Young Daddy was doing. Oh no. I don't know what Young Daddy will be doing right now in his fat brain.
Thank you. You've answered my question because
they were fighting back and snitch.
Yes, I already know this result was going to come out, and I knew that it was going to give nothing. Okay, the public. First of all, I have to advise the public. Just try to deal with your mental health. They have duped us, every one of them. Babao.
No, you are not going to advise us. No, we are fine. Yeah, we have known this from the beginning. We have set people's mental health. People here are
listening from outside.
I have been against them for more than 1 year because I saw the nonsense they were doing. That they will break down people and disappoint them.
Yes.
That's why I prepared myself against them.
Yes.
I didn't just set myself from them because I knew they go nowhere. They cannot be ahead of intelligence.
Yes.
When we are here researching, telling the things that we research, telling how this case can become better, and these people, all they know is to curse.
Yes.
Now let us see how much they can curse.
Exactly. So that is that one. Now, the thing is, I agree with Paparino, and I've been saying it. Anti-Grexy and all those bunch of critical, whatever they call themselves, they all have to leave that place. If not, we will never, and I say it again, we will never get that justice. I can't hear you. What are you saying, Paparino?
Paparino, show for you because we cannot hear you.
Paparino, what are you saying? I can't hear you, Paparino. Hello? Did they flag the show?
Paparino, that is not. No, I can hear you.
I'm typing something. Wait, I'm typing something, please. Wait, I'm typing something.
Okay.
Bra, I don't want to have you on Supreme here, please. You are so antagonistic. I don't want to have you here, please. When she go down, you will come up, please. You don't have to do that. I don't know why you are doing such.
There you go, yeah. You put it in your head. Until that grace.
I mean, the moment is already antagonizing. That's not kind.
Is already the number one insider in that place. And all the bunch of them, all the critical whatever, all of them, they all know this plan. All of them know what they're doing. If you like public, go and be contributing again.
I have told that Berekete intentionally believe this is Berekete to the game. It's fully part of the game.
All of them know what is going on.
Everybody that could have helped in this case, they start fighting them. Even 3 seconds ago, they were against every single thing.
Paparino, would you agree that the proposal
let me finish my thought, sir. Please, sorry. Then number 2, what I would say, if you really want justice, I agree that there's supposed to be a serious protest in that Nigeria. Let me tell you guys.
Forget about that. That's not happening. Forget. There's no reason to do that. There's no reason. You only protest when you feel that you are being cheated. This one, they gave you a place to go and do your own autopsy. You did your own, and you didn't get the result. Guess what? If I'm the government, you won't tell that shit with me.
That's true.
You will not tell that shit with me. I will arrest all of you.
Do you
the government should be arrested right now. Baba need to be arrested in the first place right now.
Yes, Baba.
Because it is hindrance. Baba Hinda, the quick burial of Bamubak is the reason why the boat pathology don't have good substance to work with.
And he's not even telling the truth. Baba
He's the one that should go serve 14 years in prison right now.
Let me tell you, Papa.
There's anybody to serve is Bamubak.
Paparino. There was one time that the wife, Yabubad, she said, and I quote, she said, autopsy, autopsy, she said it. She said it's that's done, autopsy, and it's exactly what happened. That was the day I said, even this woman, they say she's crazy. Something she said.
All of them have seen everything. In fact, they thought that people Odum also have to leave. Everything was well planned.
Yeah.
This Odum that left. They planned it that Odum when the case gets particular space, just do something, and then people will fight against you. They will send you away. And then when they send you away, just hold the document. Don't release it, so that we will not be arguing. We say, Odum is not. You want 9 million, no. So to scam people again. Do you understand? You know what they are doing.
They know exactly what they're doing, and they're gonna keep playing people to just let them go.
Paparino, hi, how are you, my brother? Okay, thank you. What happened today is something I've already said it last week or last 2 weeks. But people, when I said it in their platform, they curse me. They say, you don't want this, and I said, no. Anybody that has a eyes, inner eyes and outside eyes, you see. That is a well-planned game that is going on here. There's nothing good is going to come out from this thing. I still said it in Naimoi platform yesterday. I said it yesterday. They say, hey, no, don't say that. Let's pray. Okay, cool. Let's pray. But there's nothing like prayer here. That is the problem that Nigeria has. We see that this thing, we doesn't pray. You only need working to provide for you. They'll keep going to over something that doesn't need pray. I said it to them.
Like the truth.
But if you say the truth, they will gang up against you. They say, hey, you don't do this. That is how Nigeria plan. That is it. Let me say this thing. Nigeria built lies. Nigeria as a whole country is built by lies. And that is the lies. We still moving with lies. Our forefather, they don't speak truth. When they speak truth, people gang up against them. They don't like them. They call them names. And they look at it and, let me keep quiet there. I don't want to speak truth again. And the same thing, we are living by that country. If you try, I always say, all my younger ones, that please, both female or male, please do yourself a favor. Do your generation a favor. Don't marry from Nigeria. Don't born in that country called Nigeria. That is a gospel truth I'm telling you. If you want to live a good life in your generations to come, you want to die and die in peace, don't marry from Nigeria. If you want to marry from Nigeria, marry from Nigeria outside Nigeria. So your generation can be free from this cartel in that country. And this thing started long way. It's not now. We that we are here, we can correct this thing. See Babangida, he came out a few months ago. He said, this is something that happened in the last 30 years ago. And they are clapping for Babangida.
Mr. Easy, you can have your submission.
Okay.
And you are afraid to say whatever you want to say. But
okay.
I don't think it would be right with that statement that don't born in Nigeria, don't marry in Nigeria, don't do. No, that is a campaign.
My brother, let me tell you.
No.
There's challenge everywhere.
Let us be sincere. Let us be sincere.
We can educate each other.
You cannot rubbish. You cannot begin to rubbish Nigeria. If you want to say things,
the public space right now, I can't just be telling people. I can't be telling men.
Don't marry. Don't born Nigeria.
Capital, please. Capital, wait.
Don't because emotion, my brother. You need to.
This is not emotion. This is not emotion. This is not emotion.
Mr. To talk with. Okay, I can't be the public space. Capitalism is American born now because it's a public space. I cannot come up here right now. I'll be telling older men that come. If you're an older man and you like children of 7 years, have sex with them, pick them up, go to them. I can't be saying so. Exactly. Anybody will come up with a more logical correction and correct me. It's allowed. It's not because of being opinion. You cannot be opinionated in what is wrong. We are all here as a society to see that we advise for the right thing and the best thing. So if your advice is not the best, you have to just suppose there are good families in Nigeria who are better than me and you, okay, and who still have hope in Nigeria and who can still work it. And there's a challenge everywhere in the world. Wherever you are going to, wherever just relax, wherever you are going to marry, challenges happens there. They're not perfect. Somebody worked it up. Don't be a lazy human being.
But we
Okay?
are not ready to correct it.
That's what I'm don't say you. Have you ever led a protest in Nigeria? You have you ever led a protest in Nigeria?
I've done that in the past. I've done that in the past.
Which year? Which year? Against who?
2020. I even fly to Nigeria in 2020.
2020. In what case? Against who?
In time of EndSARS, I was there.
Okay, and that SARS. Wait, relax. And that SARS that you protest, the SARS that you protested against, was it ended or not?
It's not ended. That's what I'm trying to say.
Come on, no. SARS has been disbanded. SARS was disbanded.
Hold on, but Paparino, mention one thing that is.
Are you aware that SARS was disbanded? Are you aware? Wait.
Of course, I know. Police brutality.
Wait. What was your protest against? Let me know.
It's because of the EndSARS headbag.
And EndSARS was ended, right?
It ended, but they still reformed them to another thing. Is it ended? Like killing people. It's not ended.
No. They were reduced. Like the things that they were doing, all those harassments, all of those things were abolished.
The harassment is not stopped.
That was a big victory. So please, you have to be positive sometimes. Anyway, that statement you made is a wrong statement. Never advise anybody not to marry from their state. Wherever you go, you become a slave. The only place you have the integrity and respect is your own country. Nigerians who are living overseas, they are not living there.
Let me tell you something, Paparino. You don't
advise them to be living their own country. Advise them to make change in their country.
That's what I'm trying to say here. You don't have it.
Advise them to make change in their country. That's the best advice. Not to run away from their country.
We call ourselves as a Nigerian. In our own country, we are still second citizen in Nigeria. Second or even third. They treat us like a distant in Nigeria. Is that a country? But if
we are still the one treating ourselves, so we have to preach peace among ourselves.
Well, we not ready. A lot of
I'm not telling you we're not ready. You have to be more ready. People sacrifice their life for those countries that you're running.
Let me just even this justice.
Those countries you're running sacrifice their life.
Paparino, hold on. Can you see the paradox? Look at the person talking. Look at the name. Look at the flag that is on the person's name that is talking. Look at that name. Mr. Easy with Nigerian flag. And you are saying this about your country. Come on, man. Remove the flag and you are not a Nigerian.
Leave it. I put it there. I have my reason. I put it there. You can't tell me what to do. So I'm also in Nigeria. So you can't tell me what to do.
Anyway, don't just say what you say again. This is not a good thing.
Paparino, can I say something?
Do you actually believe that he did autopsy?
No, they did not do autopsy.
Wait, let me make something clear to you. It is possible, okay? Don't forget, there was a time that this guy, Top Movie, came here and said toxicology was not done anywhere. Mm-hmm. You remember?
Yes.
I don't know if you remember.
I remember.
Okay.
That's why I was asking the question.
It's because this legal team, everything they are doing is under the ground. Underground. They don't want to. How do you know criminals? Criminals don't like to be checkmate. They don't like to be questioned.
Yes.
And that was a Gurexi won. Because there's one mastermind who kicked everybody away from this case is Gurexi.
Yes.
This stupid man here is the one that kicked everybody away from this case.
Very true.
And now, they will now begin to leave around about. They will now leave now. They can now share the cake and now depart. Mission accomplished. This is what they wanted the most. Bankole and shit. Out of everybody, if you know the reason why Mohbad, if anybody will interpret the reason why Mohbad dealt with this Gurexi, Mohbad dealt with this man out of everybody.
Yes.
Because Mohbad sees him the worst.
That's very true.
This guy that you see, Mohbad dealt with him. And Mohbad is watching. Because they keep deceiving people, keep bringing emotion. Before you know, they will keep making look that some people don't like Baba. Is it Baba that died? Mm-hmm. Right now that Baba is still alive and Mohbad is not getting justice. Is he happy? Is he a happy man?
Yes.
I hope the coffee, all of them.
If I'm Baba Mohbad, insult me in the process of helping my son to get justice. No problem, insult me. It's not about me, it's about my son.
Yes.
Insult me. I don't have a problem with that.
Yes.
But this one, personal appraisal, he now has studio. Baba now want to sing, right? Let's see how his music will go. How we appreciate his music. Nigerians are happy will not appreciate his music.
What
All
do
of
I
them
say?
fighting Yomi, they will be happy now. All of them ganging up fighting with Yomi. I hope.
But I know miracle will happen. God will do what he knows how to do. All of
Yeah,
them
that is it.
amounted to this
That
thing.
is
Pay for it.
Papariano, that is my own belief. I knew that it is only God that can intervene at this point, and it's going to, because public, we are innocent.
Guys, please give them
Especially
trophy.
me.
All of
I'm
them just give them
innocent.
trophy. They won. They
So
won.
I know
Anytime you see them, just
my money,
go to their
my
live stream,
effort,
comment, take your
my
trophy.
money, my effort
Take
cannot
your
go in
trophy.
vain.
They won.
They will not go scot-free. My money, my data, my effort will not go scot-free. Wallahi, they will not go. They will not go. They could have done it on their own, not involving public, not asking us to come and help them, not asking us to contribute. They could have done it on their own.
They do the public.
But involving the public emotionally, financially.
If you see the reason why God abandoned Baba Mohbad, why God made that man poor, God knew why. Why he made him poor. He made him wretched.
Yes.
Because these are people that God will help, that will become governor and destroy the whole country.
Yes.
I will not be Papa, please let me make my own submission. Mr. Easy, I can understand you. I knew where you are coming from.
No,
But let
I
me
just
tell you one thing.
the pain.
Wait, Mr. Easy,
I
please. Please let me make my own submission. It is not all, it is, let me tell you something. What is happening here is 50-50. The government knew that this Baba Mohbad is not fruitful. They knew at the beginning what is happening. That is why they are not doing anything. Not any everything touching area. Let them go and be doing whatever they want. Because báwo ni bàbá ṣe máa jáde ní after 18 months lọ sí national TV ní pé ǹjọ́ Monday lọ mò ń kú government ò dẹ̀ ṣe anything sí and nobody is doing go dey send anybody to react doing anything. Now Paparino and co you are discussing about the nurse that claim that he came on Tuesday to come and treat Mohbad that died on Monday. You guys are wasting your time. Èyàn kú lọ́jọ́ Monday. Ẹ̀bá nọ́ọ̀sì tó wá tó sọ pé òun wá treat èèyàn níjọ́ Tuesday ẹ̀bá drag nǹkan. Ṣé question tó yẹ ká máa béèrè kọ́ ni pé ta ni ó wá treat? Definitely, ó yẹ kọ́lọ́pàá ti jọ kó everybody and ọlọ́pàá is not doing anything. We should know that they
Sandra, you are going elsewhere. No police, please wait. Let me put you straight. Okay? Please wait, stand up, please. When you say that they should be asking who the nurse came to treat, who should they ask? People living where? People living in the house, right? They should ask the nurse and people living in the house. Normally, police should have done forensic and see whether camera is working like Yomi is talking about and everybody's talking about. But police didn't do forensic. Forensic would have given us a different result. All right? But now, since we are working with what they say, all of them are saying that nurse came on Tuesday. Nurse is saying, I came on Tuesday. I saw this person alive. And in mobile nurse, when you come, they ask the nurse again. Nurse, when you came, did you ask Mohbad only below Mohbad? And they were asking, do you know Mohbad? Only a woman. Kill it over. Oh no, no, 6 months. Maybe they may find the nurse 500,000 naira, maybe $200, and somebody will help her pay the $200. And because what she did, she can also be fined.
Case closed.
Papi,
Yes.
wait, before you continue. Papi, so now, what is the way forward? Do we consider this case as the status quo remains, or do you think there's a way where they can?
No, right now it is still up to the corona. If the corona is, you know, it is up to the corona. Somebody in the corona can still raise up some certain forensic. It can be done, but me, I don't think anybody mean well from Mohbad in that inquest. Not even Sanshit. Sanshit is establishing that the nurse doing. Sanshit is not trying to prove that something else came about. Not Sanshit is not doing that. It's critical thinkers who went to write that on the 11. That on the level that we see there, they can't prove it. They are just trying to provoke the public. That on the level that you see somebody writing that Mohbad died that they put in the punch, they just copy Sanshit name because the man is weak. The man is just an old man that is just playing along. Look, I will argue with anybody. Sanshit will never by himself come out to say Mohbad fight on Monday on the 11th. After Sanshit has put it to the nose that I put it to you, King Mohbad, then we now go and be saying that Mohbad down the 11th. On what justification? So it is this guy, all these stupid, all these small boys, all this ish talk, all this Bayo, all this young daddy, all those confused. It is their group that want to impress the public. You understand? They just copy. In fact, right, for me, right, I would have said, let somebody take that against them. Let somebody take that. Let somebody petition some shit. Yeah, let somebody answer some shit on that. How did he come with that?
Exactly.
Because
somebody should puncture some shit for that.
Because Papi, my question,
that is undisciplined. That is undisciplined. It's against the law practitioner.
Exactly.
Papi, I have a question, yeah? I have a
what you don't know, you are saying it with what justification?
Yeah.
The lawyer don't speak loosely like that.
Exactly.
Papi, I have
they
a
only put his name there that is Chamba. That's wrong.
Papi, I have a further question. Papi, calm down. I have a further question. Let me finish my question to Papi, please hold on. Papi, my second question is, okay, look at this case like you're handling it, right? Pathologist has come up and said what he said. Oh, let's just use lame word, unascertained. We don't know what killed him. What next move can they move to ensure that the coroner can steer towards another direction? That's the question I want to get.
Like for example, like as I've said earlier, I was expecting Yomi Fabi to be there, to be in the inquest. If inquest ends and Yomi Fabi doesn't go there, for me, I consider that like that is a shortcoming on his own side, because he's another person that is coming out with a witness statement that he has a confession from somebody in that house of something that was part of what killed Mohbad. So that confession, if he should be able to confess that to the coroner, coroner is welcoming everybody. The reason why coroner inquest is staged is because coroner believe that the medical examiners cannot show cause of death. To the best of my knowledge in my research, the main reason why coroner inquest is established is when medical cause of death fails. Then now, they want to use through testimonies, through what everybody will say, or through other means to find out the cause of death. That is, lawyers, coroners are lawyers in Nigeria. In jury system like in Europe, coroners can be lawyers, they can be doctors, but in Nigeria, to be a coroner, you have to be a lawyer. So it means doctor can find the cause of death. Lawyers who are psychologically trained can also, that's criminal lawyers, can also find cause of death through testimonies, through interrogating individuals, putting it to them. In an interrogation, you use accusatory approach. You can put to somebody, I put to you, just like how SP Muhammad put to Prime Boy, I put to you, Prime Boy, you kill Mohbad. That man is correct. It's professional. Interrogation means a formal way of obtaining information from a suspect in an accusatory approach. Accusatory means you accuse the person and then you watch their reaction. You see how they react to that. And then you know whether you have a lead or you don't have a lead. Not an interview. Interview, you cannot accuse a person. But in an interrogation, you can. Please wait, Mr. Isaac. I'm attending to somebody. Wait now. Please. Well, you don't want us to marry from Nigeria. We will still believe in Nigeria. Please wait. Don't ask me, please. Let me answer the first one, please. Just relax first. You don't want to marry in Nigeria. That advice, please don't advise anybody. It's a very wrong advice. So, AE, okay. Don't forget the inquest was not created because the medical cause of death was ascertained.
Right, okay.
The inquest was created because since 2023 September, me and you have not seen the result. But before inquest was established, people like maybe some SAN, they must have seen that there's no cause of death. Or some people must have been working that pathology will bring inconclusive. Inconclusive would have already been in their head before they would push for inquests. All right, because if there was a conclusive result, medical conclusion result, there's no need to go and be asking people questions. You already know where that is coming from. For example, let's say somebody was stabbed, all right, and the medical doctor does an examination on that body, and they can see some fingerprint of some certain individuals, and they already see that the person died of a stab wound. So all they have to do is to give the result to the authorities. Somebody was killed unlawfully. So they will summon everybody that is around them. They will do some matching, DNA printing, and whosoever that it matches with, or whoever that was alleged will be arrested. Then the case will go further. The police will charge it, or maybe the DPP will charge it. That is the procedure. But because the medical doctor have failed since 2 years ago, they have failed. We are just knowing now. They know that they have failed. That's why Inquest was established. Inquest is not established for medical doctor to come give you a conclusive cause of death. Inquest is mostly established. You can check you can Google it. Why is corona inquest even established? And why in other cases, why don't we have inquest as usual? It's because other cases are glaring. Like in the case of Bamiche, it is so glaring. He entered the bus, the driver was there, and then later, like he was raped and his head was broken. They could see all those signs and was dumped somewhere in the swamp. They could see all those traces. But Mohbad's death is mysterious. Like nobody is accepting. All right, so they have to bring some psychologically trained or criminologists, right, or criminal lawyers to come and try to investigate through their criminal knowledge, knowing how crime can be committed. So right now, don't forget the coroner is a lawyer. Concerned parties are lawyers. They are all lawyers there.
Right.
These lawyers that does this. So those lawyers who are them right now, they have tried their best. Okay, while they were examining and cross-examining witnesses, coroner, who is a magistrate, who can be a judge, that's a magistrate, was taking note, was saying what could have led to Mohbad's death from the testimony she's hearing. And right now, if I am a coroner, okay, or the most convincing to any coroner right now is, because it is the job of the coroner to find cause of death. How does she find cause of death? It's through testimony. For example, now, in the death certificate of Mohbad, they may write there what that nurse said may be what they would put there, that Mohbad died of medicine reaction. So you get, coroner must find cause of death. Medical doctor may not find, but coroner must find. Coroner must find through circumstantial means, through questioning.
Okay, Paparino, thank you for the answer. But
right now, she has not done her final. She will do her final and submit it to the DPP and then forge a death certificate for Mohbad.
Okay, so Paparino, so before that time,
that will go officially.
You can answer more. So before that, that's my last question. So before that time, so are you now trying to make us understand that now they are now going to be working with the circumstantial evidence and they're going to take more of an investigative approach? You know why I'm asking this question, right? Because before now, the whole coroner inquest has been steered towards, okay, what the doctor said, the autopsy, this other parts, like the part you talked about, the Yomi bit, right? And the more about trying to really investigate, to have an investigative approach has not been adopted. Because let me take you back, I'll give you a case of reference. I don't talk about Nigeria, I don't have any case. But let's use the Michael Jackson case where there was a doctor. We knew he died from whatever. They had to adopt all kinds, they were so extensive to start even trying to find out even the relationship the doctor himself had. So why I ask you this question? Because I feel that the coroner inquest just has a very limited or static approach to, okay, this one say, the doctor said, I feel that's the only way their head is thinking. I can't see this.
They could go forensic. They could go forensic. I see Shanshit as cooperating. Almost to Bronx Shanshit was part of it. So I see them, they already know. It's public who don't know who is still being fooled.
Thank you, Papa.
You see, when you see me come out, that any individual, when I sleep, I think this case. When I eat, I think this case. I even have to take law courses because of this case. To know what everybody have to do. So that they will be doing it. But I find people not doing what they're supposed to be doing. All they do is under a sun. Oh, sun. Sun is up. Sun is up. Deceiving themselves. What moves are the sun making?
Nothing.
What moves can you tell that they are making?
Nothing.
Just ask the question and that is all. And those who could have done it, you said they are shit. Bankole and shit. Bankole and shit.
Bankole and Smith in that courtroom from when that nurse came. Oh my God, please.
Imagine Bankole and Smith was there.
No.
Okay, see, how do you know right now who is being paid that we don't have justice? Which we are being paid. But this kids don't know nothing. The anti-justice are happy right now. We are complaining because we wanted justice. We wanted justice by every means. But people make justice look like you have to worship the Cephalopoda, and it is the man that lost his son. You can't be looking for justice and be against the man. What if the man is not doing the right thing that will give justice to Mohbad? So I have, if I'm telling him and he's not listening, I have to be watching him. When it's the reason why all of us are gathered, it's not leading very well. We contribute money, nothing is coming short. I have to be respecting, I have to be fooling myself right there. I'm not stupid. I can't do that. Sorry. I am here for a mission. We are here for justice and all of us must respect that, including the father. It's not the place for anybody to come and show who they are. Your family is a star. We have different stars. Some people are stars on their own self. But something brought everybody together, and that should be respected. Father should exploit his own interests. It should be public interest first. It is never the happiness of any society to lose anybody, any member of the society. How can a man with 1 million followers killed in this pathetic way? And all we can be hearing is that the family that lost the son, we have to listen to them. Nonsense! So, where we are right now, the interim cause of Mohbad's death is the action of the nurse, is medical reaction. The interim, okay, before the conclusion. So the interim cause of Mohbad's death is the confession of the nurse as this stands. But Corona, we still have to put it in writing and tell what her finding is upon the Corona inquest, what she observed, okay, and who she can direct to the police to investigate. Even if she directs anybody to police to investigate, police will ask them the same question now. Police who couldn't do forensic. Anybody who is still depending on police, I don't know. Your FBA has tried his best with the police. He didn't get anything out of them. Right? Instead for people to support your FBA or, galavanting. Tell them what they want to depend on right now. What do they want to depend on? I'm asking what answership is not even giving. Always come with some light because as I'm talking to right now, there are some people watching me here who also understand a little bit of law, like I understand. They will not go to those platforms where people are doomed, where people only hear Confi and they bow their head. They only hear Baba and they bow their head. They will go there. Look at what they'll be telling them now. Guys, don't worry. When they get to criminal court, you think Baba is not smart? When Baba get to that, what if Baba has a record evidence? Okay, and Baba is keeping it for criminal court. That's
the next one.
Like, wait now. Like, what happened? Now. Please come back. We don't speak like this. Okay, I'm acting. You have to understand that I'm trying to heal people here. Okay, so you should know how these guys operate. These are snakes. When I said Gurexi, you won. He knows what I'm talking about. This guy is the one hindering every possible means. Everybody who was sound enough, who could have access to this family and guide them properly. These guys chased them all away and sat down there and protecting Baba. I'm protecting Baba. A petition come against Baba right now and they sentence Baba. Guresi, would you go and serve with Baba Mohbad? For the quick burial of Mohbad. Would you go and serve? They want to put it on Baba's head. Who want to put it on his head? How? Everything we do is with evidence. Is there evidence today that Baba Mohbad buried Mohbad that same day? There's evidence. He buried Mohbad. That's on Wednesday. He did so. Okay? So if that burial of Mohbad, if it's against the law, let him be punished. Same way, if you have evidence against women, let her be punished. There's nothing like I'm protecting women. You should be protecting the health, the ethics of your state, of your country. You should be protecting the peace of Nigeria, not protecting one person who has done what is not right. Whenever you support anybody who has done what is not right, both the police who did not give him a police report, if those police report did the wrong thing, let them be arrested. If Baba did the wrong thing, let him be arrested. I have said it last year in a video. I said this year, I see no reason why this Baba should not be petitioned, because if Baba is and coming out to spill some things, guys, believe me, you will not know. The only way to have him to piss him off right now is Baba will speak. For that man to be telling us recently, okay, you don't understand Yoruba. I will never believe that Baba Mohbad hear this. These guys, they are playing with our mental health. I will never believe. If anybody had told me that that same night that Mohbad died, that the father would be asking for his properties, I swear I will never believe. So the same thing, if we don't petition this man right now, there are things you'll be trusting him on that Baba can never do this, and you'll be shocked to see that that's exactly what he did. Now listen to this audio.
Last one, sir. Mohbad ṣe aláìsí ẹjọ́ ṣé ẹ pé èrì ẹ wá béèrè wípé gbogbo properties ẹ àbí ẹ pé anybody nínú wọn wípé tó ń jọ mọ́tò ẹ àti gbogbo nǹkan ẹ àbẹ́ ẹ pé meeting pé ká máa bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ yín pé ẹ fẹ́ ṣe meeting lórí property lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó kú.
Listen. I will slap this one. I will slap her. Out of everything, you the same man that they are protecting, that you came and you were shocked, you didn't know what to do, but you were able to think about what Mohbad told you then, that they bought land in the name of Liam, and now that Mohbad is no longer existing, you want to recuperate the land. You want to retrieve the land now that Mohbad is no longer there. They were, this guy, listen for that. The guy was shocked. The guy was saying, Baba. But because they are slaves, just listen, because they are slaves, they don't. This man has no shame. This man has no shame. That's what I'm telling you. You guys are the one looking him as an elderly man. When this guy was a boy, the boy did not grow up to become a good man. Do you understand? You guys are just seeing him because he has white beards. He didn't grow well. Do you understand? That's the reason why you guys are going through this mess. He didn't grow well. Sorry. All this things you are saying, he didn't. It's not saying. He's only saying money. Most times you see this man argue it's about money for ceremony. They said this man and Wumi fought. They did that. There was naming ceremony between Mohbad and that is Mohbad naming ceremony. This man, this is not to be happy for your son. You came to his house. You wanted to be celebrated in your own house. Everything is understanding. This is Gen Z. All right, you guys have to still fight there because of money. That happened. Land came again when Mohbad was alive. Even this land issue. Mohbad tried to resolve this land issue when his father was alive. When Mohbad was alive, he tried to resolve it. But the moment he died, the father came that same night. The father was asking for that same land that Mohbad resolved. Baba, guys, look at it. How you will know that that man was not asking the land for burial? Okay, that land that man was asking for was not given to him. Why did he still bury Mohbad? If the one that Mohbad gave to him, why did he go and bury Mohbad here? Why is it the one Mohbad gave to the child that he's aware of? Why is that the one he's asking for? They were given 2 million. Yet they went to buy a casket of 40,000 to bury Mohbad. Hey! And you guys are seeing these people like the man is wearing white garments. You are seeing like a reasonable man. The moment I observed the game of Berekete, I saw Berekete. And I looked at Berekete, I said, these are scams. These are scamming. It can work for others, not to me. And Berekete saying we should be waiting for the government gave us 10 weeks to the government wanted to delay us for 10 weeks. Berekete added 2 weeks to it again. No problem, we are not under any haste. Delay extra 2 weeks. Berekete was speaking like a powerful man, so that if at the end of the day they don't do nothing, what will Berekete do? And I was saying it, instead of us to be doing our own autopsy that January, instead of us to be doing our own, we delay for good 12 weeks. And after 12 weeks, we delayed again. Because after 12 weeks, even Berekete ran out of the country. We went somewhere. Investigate. He never went to the morgue to check Mohbad body. Went to Mohbad house. I wonder what he came to investigate. Abi he came to collect his own portion. He came to collect his portion. When he went back to Abuja, I heard that they said that Mohbad body was getting rotten where it is. You heard that a body is getting rotten where it is, and you cannot do autopsy. You cannot. Yes, you are still waiting for 12 weeks. We ourselves, we did not help to bring out evidence which we can use to substantiate our claims that Mohbad was killed. That's the failure.
All right.
What evidence have we tried to bring out? Now, I will see whether they will still be against the 3 seconds video of Yomi. At least one is something that is used to hold them in their balls. Wumi will be shaking at the mention of 3 seconds. But at the mention of autopsy, Wumi will never shake because your autopsy doesn't shake Wumi. But your 3 seconds video shake Wumi. Go on, Anne.
So, Papi, no, I just said it all. I said you're right. I mean, you said it all, and the thing is, it's just
any other question? Yes. Any other question?
No question again for you, honestly. You answered it.
Before I move on, because I'll talk about the corner. Yeah, go on with your own Ewa.
Can Yomi send the 3 seconds video? Like, can he send it to VPP straight instead of going through the corona?
That's what I've said. I've said that that particular evidence supposed to be brought up in the inquest. If that is brought up in the inquest, it will help the coroner to want to maybe do more forensic. Because now, coroner will want to do forensic on one phone. And what's the good that way? One lawyer will argue that, let's just do forensic on everything now. Why are you investing on one? So if for forensic that police don't want to do, coroner may allow it.
But
Coroner
you
may allow
the coroner.
individuals to come in.
Papa, see, my question is, can Yomi send it, contact the DPPs itself through the coroner?
No, that one is possible. Please get me. I'm the one who analyzed. I said there are 2 things Yomi should be doing. One, the petition of a draw that he has and his evidence, he should send it straight to the DPP. DPP is also an executive. Same way police are executive. They are all under the executive branch. They can enforce law. DPP can call for the arrest of anybody. Same way police can do. Right? So DPP will look at whatever information Yomi have. Please block that person that call Yomi a thief. Block. Okay, block that person. We don't need you yet to tell us that. We don't know you. We don't even know what you're doing. Okay, and everybody is smarter than you. Please kick that fool out of this place. Right. So because we did not lose at large, guys. We did not lose. We have to make that clear. At large, the society lost because we lost Mohbad, and we're unable to get clarity of what killed them. We are all in the mess together. Nobody's better. Anyone's child can be attacked tomorrow and be killed. It could be me, it could be anybody. Okay? We are all under that risk right now. We are all under that risk. And nobody is subjected, nobody is subjected to killing or to maybe to any of these things. Right? Nobody. It can happen to anybody. Circumstances can come and happen to anybody. At best, what we can do as citizens is to sit down and see how we can help in solving the puzzle. And we try in this way, and we can see some frustration in the side of the family and also the friend. Believe me, if there's anybody jubilating and dancing behind the scene, it's Baba. I swear. If you guys don't, if this man is not petitioning, Mohbad has to be petitioned. That is the right way to go right now. so that he can speak out. Whenever this man is forced, he speaks out. People have been protecting him. They are too calm and soft on him. But how long shall we continue with that? At least right now it is proven. Now we have evidence that the quick burial of Mohbad is an issue. Because if there was no quick burial, and there's an audio circulating where Baba confessed that Darosha told him not to bury Mohbad that night. Not Karimo, he said Darosha. And he denied. He said no, in the culture. We have to bury such. And don't forget, this kind of tally with what that spiritual woman said. I know some of you love spiritual things. That spiritual woman said that Adeton, she said that Mohbad cried to her and struck her from behind, called her name. Mohbad told her that he needs the power of the grave. Agbara Iboji Oku. Alright? And what that means is that in the Yoruba tradition, when a person is asking for such power, the person wants proper rites and ritual to be made to his burial, such that the next thing can be appropriated. If the next thing is, if Mohbad has seen that he will fight for himself, then let what will enable him. Like in most cases, people die under some hard circumstances like this. In the Yoruba rites and rituals, they bury the person with like a knife, with a gun, if it's like a warrior, you know, with something iron. And then the person fights for themselves. This is a belief that people have attested to. That work. I'm a scientist, but I'm just saying this. That Mohbad is asking for that. That he has seen that he's the only one that can give justice to himself. So, and I want to tell you guys again, Baba that quickly buried Mohbad, if truly he was following tradition, he could have buried Mohbad with something. But the man never suspected Mohbad's death. That is a foolish thing that any parent will do. A son you lastly saw on Saturday, and you are telling me you were not aware on Monday that Mohbad died. Baba, are you sure Baba Mohbad, you were not aware Mohbad died on Monday? I don't believe that. You saw Mohbad last week. The last time you communicated with Mohbad was on Saturday. And then you came Tuesday night to see him dead. Even went to his room and saw full of blood. And right there, you are asking for 2 plots of land. And that 2 plots of land, I further establish right now with my own reasonability that Baba, that 2 plots of land, you were not asking it to bury Mohbad. You were asking it to inherit Mohbad right then. Because how do I know? You were never given that 2 plots of land. The land that Mohbad bought for you to build church, which Mohbad bought for you, that is the land you later buried Mohbad. The one Mohbad bought for the son. Why did you want to bury Mohbad in the one Mohbad bought for the son, and not the one Mohbad bought for you? Is that not greediness? Is that not greediness? The one that was bought for you, you couldn't bury Mohbad. But later on, when the lawyer didn't answer you, you still went to bury Mohbad in the one that was bought for you. Why were you asking? Because they wanted to inherit Mohbad very quickly. And right now, as the case is, it's losing the case. Because as I speak to you, what they will be doing right now, even in the case of the DNA, forget it's just matter of time. There's nothing coming out. Nobody in Nigeria, no court in Nigeria will be approving you to go do DNA somewhere abroad, bone tissue or that tissue, that thing you're talking about. That is the way that Sam wanted to excuse out of the DNA case, right? Because they know that court will not give them that order, then they will not come. That court has destroyed the case. They are asking for what they cannot get. Do you understand? They are asking for what they cannot get, so that they will not blame the court and then run away from the DNA case. These guys don't want nothing. They are all playing games. You started a DNA case, right? But how bad? They told you to choose any hospital for DNA. Let women choose any hospital. and you have a lawyer, the agreement is still there. Baba, follow on with the agreement. Why are you coming from nowhere now to say you don't want to follow on with the agreement again? You want to go look for a different agreement in the court. Do you own the court? Agreement that you know court will never give to you. Nigerian institution can do DNA test. The court will trust Nigerian institutions over foreign institutions because Nigerian doctor who do, they will come and defend their result. They will defend their result as witness. They will be here. This is what we follow up with all of this. And for over time, they have made their name. St. Nicholas has its credibility. Unless you can fault them, even if the DNA will be taken abroad, it will be through some credible institutions, not a random individual. You will not just go and bring a random doctor to come and take mobile sample and send it abroad. They won't even trust it. Whether exchange, but an institution that has credibility will have to go through them. Do you understand that? Do you understand that?
Can I come in?
So yes.
In as much as we are here faulting Baba, which is okay, I think we need to also fault the police. Okay? Because if Baba
this is not the time to fault the police. You know what, Lady Chan? You know what, you cannot fault the police on this regard. Okay, though the police have their faults. Okay? Police are institutions that are tasked with the investigation of crime, of any crime, of regulating criminal activity. Okay? So police now, who know best, they are seen as people who know best how to investigate crime. People who know best, not you, not me. It is a duty of the police. Police have discretion to say we don't want to go investigate this way. We want to go this way. You cannot tell them which way to go. You can advise them, you can suggest to them, but it's up to them. Okay? And if you want to even force them, you have to show them something strongly, something convincing. Because this police, they are spending money. They are managing the money that is given to them to every other case, not just on one case. So now, if police who are investigating this crime says that they have asked reasonable questions and they think they are convinced that it was a lost action that came about, they don't see anything that will make them go invest into forensic, into anything, right? They don't see any such thing. Right now, you have to convince them with something solid. They have to go that area. Shall you get me, Chantal? In every investigation, it's not necessary that you have to go through all the forensic. Investigation is based on the information that you have as an investigator. And the mind of that investigator is criminally built. You know what? They are the one taxed with the cost of bringing the person. They don't have to just do everything that you call investigation. They have to go in the way they think can help them because they are given that tax. They are part of the state. They are executive branch of the state who can enforce the law. Right? And they have their discretion.
I'll let that pass because you're not analyzing the police, but I don't agree totally with what you're saying.
Okay, debunk them. Okay, please. Don't let that pass. Debunk them. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, because they do phone forensic in Nigeria. I've had so many cases where they do phone forensics, okay?
I'm not saying they don't do now. I'm not saying they don't do. I said they can choose to do and choose not to do. You have to convince them to do it.
But if you cannot be saying that for how many months now we've been doing this thing, police are not seeing something fishy in this case. Okay.
Now show me something fishy. Wait, show me something that you think is fishy and you want them to see it as fishy. Go on.
Okay, for example, when Mohbad died, the police went to that house and saw syringes. Okay? They saw so many syringes in that house. Is that normal? How many hours did the police go back to that house to find those syringes there? Tell me, if you wasn't planted, would they have found any evidence there? That already, okay? And they did not condone the house off. That house was not condoned off. So there are so many things that we can be faulting the police on. And that's not even where I'm going at right now. Okay, Paparino? That's not where I'm going at right now. I'm saying that in as much as you're faulting Baba, the police have to take some fall. Okay? And I would say, to an extent, us on this platform, we have to take some fall. In the sense that what? There was a point where we talked of getting a PR. Okay? We talked about that. But for some reason, we let that die. Because we felt like
PI will work with lawyers, right? PI will work with lawyers, they don't work independently. The legal team we have to embed them into legal team, but legal team
We could have
rejected
gotten
that.
a public lawyer ourselves and get a
It was
PI.
a lawyer. It was a
No.
lawyer.
That is the way I will not go. I wasn't ready to go that way, and that is my
That's
point.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No,
that
this way, Shanta, please. I contributed money somewhere, which I focused my energy on.
I blamed you for that, and I fault you for that because you made people to contribute money. On that GoFundMe, you're not supposed to do that. That's a mistake you made on this just to go, but I'll keep telling you that.
Please wait, we'll get something. I have explained why I have to do that. I told myself, I made it clear that day, all right, that I think Inquest will be ending that time. And for somebody to suddenly come out with some sort of contributions, knowing fully that Inquest is ending and they have not achieved anything, I said it's not needed, it's not necessary. All right? And I said, even if anybody will contribute, it should be after the inquest, where we know that there's still hope to still follow up with the case. And after the inquest, they came to me and I said, let's contribute, and I contributed. That was my first reason for saying they shouldn't contribute. What's wrong there?
Paparino is found in every form and shape. People have contributed before. Capitalism, can you hold on, please? Okay, go ahead.
As at the time the Paparino contributed, as at that time, there was a genuine reason for the fund. There were genuine reasons. One, the SAN. Two, private investigator by the SAN. So there were genuine reasons, there were cogent reasons that yes, this is the way to go. So I wouldn't fault anybody or Paparino. Paparino understood that yes, I think this is a good cause. This is a good way to go.
The new son was on board. I was thinking that son.
The new son was on board. The private investigator was part of this.
It's a big son, not knowing that
so there was
it's just a yahoo son.
It's different from you having a clear path plan
Paparino,
and actualizing that plan.
during that time, I said something to you. Just imagine, within months, we were waiting for a feedback from Baba's team. And I kept saying here that you cannot expect a different result. You cannot be dealing with someone who keeps failing you and you're expecting that person not to fail you continuously. Then you're being foolish. I said that here. You cannot be expecting a different result from someone who keeps failing you. Then you're thinking that tomorrow that person will not fail you. Okay? So I think that in as much as you thought that there was a son that we could trust, I was still not saying, I was still on my feet saying that we cannot trust these people. They kept failing us continuously. You cannot. So that's an oversight, I would say. That I'm saying that
You see, there were so many parties that were interested at the time. So I do not want to be like a competitor. Right? African Tail was doing something, it was ready, Supreme Iron Lady was also doing something. So we're hoping that all these things works out. But the forces that were really fighting against anybody who tried to do something were too much. These forces were so much, causing people, dragging people, and doing so many nasty things, right? Spoiling people's name. They will say, oh, right now they would have labeled me that I was in public from them. I was talking about PI, what did we find, this and that, and I don't want all of those things. They were not cooperative. So the force behind Baba Mohbad destroyed everything.
I'm not saying, again, you're not understanding my point. That's not even why I came up here.
You are expecting me. You are expecting me to set up something, right? Then
wait,
to go for you are expecting me to say, okay, let us get a public lawyer, all right, and get a public PI. That is for me to usher it. When somebody ushers something, you are going to manage it. You cannot just usher something from nowhere. And there are already people who have the settings. Supreme Iron Lady already have her settings. African TV has the settings. But nobody was looking into that direction. That's what I'm saying, because the forces who were fighting against any setup were just so much. I see how it other people. Should I come and put my own head in?
Paparino, anyways, that's another side. For me, I think we would have gone that route. I would
not have done it. Even right now, I will not do it. I will not take it.
Because even your own name that you're saying you don't want to be dragged, you're still being dragged. They even drag you right now.
I'm not being dragged. Mention. Drag for what? They would have been dragging me for something. Now, drag for what? Mention one thing that would drag me for.
Wait, let me go to where
nothing anybody can honestly drag me for. They will in fact respect me because every prediction I've made, but where's Berekete today? What is Sanshid doing? Where's the legal team? I've called out legal team. I have called out Sanshid, called out Berekete, called out this same Grexy. What are they doing? Can Gurex elite protest? Can he come out and do anything like Yomi Fabi? Is Gurex active like Supreme and Yomi? The most active people are Supreme and Yomi. These are the people that if Baboba was either with Yomi or Supreme Iron Lady, believe me, it would have been a different ball game. All this shenanigans would not be happening because they would have been accountable. Yomi would have given account, Supreme would have given account. But this Gorexin and others are called, they don't speak, it's underground. They kill it silently. So that is just because Gorexin is the one who won. He won.
Let me say this again. I don't understand. Don't Yorubas bury their dead ones in the village, in their villages? Because I don't understand. Because
no. It depends on
No, it doesn't matter. You can.
It doesn't matter.
Because
Yoruba land is one. Yoruba land
this
is
is what
one.
this is what I'm looking at. Is it possible because I'm going to watch just a day tunes set in one of the things she said in her interview? Is it possible that we can write the opera of Ekiti and request for traditional rights to be performed on Mobile? Because I don't think Baba will want to go that way.
The only person that have the rights is the family. No other person can do anything about the body
without the family's consent.
Correct, and then we have to put Baba in a position where you have to go down that road.
Capital, what are you saying? Tell me one family member of Bamba that can resist him.
I said
Wait now,
I said
capitalism.
Hold on.
Capitalism.
I said Oba cannot do that without the Baba's consent, without the family consent.
It's their body now. How can you come and instruct them what to do? Their father can come and say, I'm a pastor. You can't do anything. The Oba doesn't have rights in Nigeria to give any instruction. Oba is just a celebrity. Oba is just like we are just respecting that position. Nigeria is a democratic country ruled by the British law, not a monarchy law. There's no monarch law, no traditional law here. They don't have any power to even institute any arrest. They are just a celebrity that we just respect that position because like they used to be great before and all of those things. But right now we have different power. We have three power in Nigeria. We have the legislative that makes the law. We have the judiciary, and we have the executive that enforces the law. No other power again. So, and you have to go through this process. And in this process, the people that have the right is the family. That's Baba Mohbad, the head of the family. He can decide, he can say, I'm a pastor, I want my son to have a Christian burial. There's nothing anybody can do.
What about the public? I can't do anything about that. That's not right.
Don't forget, Lady Chan, the wife is asking for right and ritual to be done. Women say, no rule, let them do right and ritual. Women is asking for that. But Baba Mohbad said he's a pastor. He's not willing to go that right.
As it is now. Paparino, as it is now.
So women is even the one asking for the better thing to be done here right now.
As it is now, what has happened to the Lady Chan? The corona, they are going to release the body to the family.
After the conclusion, corona is not there.
That's what I mean. Yes, that's what I mean. That once they close it, they will release the body to the family.
So anytime this month, next month, Mohbad body, if not buried, anybody who want to pay for the mob, we're going to be paying. But government will stop paying
once the government
6 months.
Once the government releases the body, so what?
Yeah, anybody want to pay.
That is your me. So we have to rally behind your meter in the 3-second video, but that's the only thing, and then hope for some miracles to happen. Because
for me, right now, the first thing is this. Let that particular thing be sent to the DPP prosecuting this case, to Jide Martins. Exactly. Let us hear his advice on that 3-second video.
Paparino, can your name present that at the corona? You can present it at the corona. As an objection.
I said there are two things Yomi can do. One, Yomi can forward it. All the evidence is go to prosecutors. Prosecutor is the one who determines suspects. Okay? Who can even order police to go back and reinvestigate some areas which is not clear. Prosecutor have that power. So, a copy should be submitted to the DPP and one sent to the magistrate. Simple.
That's it.
Exactly. Those are the two parts. You're mentioning protesting right now. That's what I said before. The two things should be doing: one to DPP, one to the corona.
Exactly.
And let's say
write to report.
Because what I am seeing right now, the reason why police is not unraveling that 3 seconds video, even if it doesn't have to do with what killed Mohbad, it doesn't show Wunmi very well. It doesn't show Wunmi to be a good person. If it can be proven right now, if that 3 seconds video, if the 10 minutes comes out and they see Wunmi carrying knife, threatening Mohbad, right? maybe 1 year before, they will still punish her for that. Don't forget, Samilari we are talking today. Samilari we are talking today. If we look at the video of Samilari that we have right now, it is almost 2 years now. June of this year will make it 2 years. It was 25th June, right? June of this will make it 2 years. So if that 2 years video of Samilari, they can still use that to punish Samilari. If they can see any video where we make carry knife, threatening either Mohbad or friend or anybody, they will still punish her. So people who are defending women, like as I said, they are defending women at all costs, that she must not go there at all. There are some force behind women who are really working behind the scene to say that at all costs she doesn't go anywhere, even if she did anything. There are some forces behind
that one can be charged as maybe domestic violence and blah blah blah.
Exactly.
And go that route with that if they see if such evidence.
And that will also intensify investigation into forensic. Now they will have more reason to see, because don't forget that the argument she has with Mohbad, they are still looking at it like a normal thing. That whenever they argue, they don't think that she can fight. But this one will show that whenever they argue, it can also turn to a fight.
There's always a threat.
There's always a fight or a threat with a knife. So what if this time it happened? So that will call for more serious investigation. That's what I'm saying. The 3-second video is, in fact, is stronger than the message. The message behind it said that how we may push Mohbad. Anybody can wake up and deny that message. Even right now, Damola is denying that message. You cannot force it on him. He's saying that he doesn't mean it. No. Now, how do you prove that the message is correct? What if the message is correct? You will know this through the video. Because if the video show how Wunmi pushed Mohbad to his death, it doesn't matter that Damola says, it doesn't matter the message. Now we can see the evidence. So, but without the evidence,
Paparino, I want you to educate me on this. On this 3 seconds, I want to believe, I don't correct me if I'm wrong. Yomi must have submitted a petition with regard of this to the police, isn't it?
Sure.
Good. So it's now with the police. So why is police not investigating it?
Police are not having a reasonable cause to retrieve the full video. And for me, I see that as unbiased. I see that as a bias.
Have they come
at
out
some point,
with that position? Have they come out with that position?
That is Yomi is dealing with them. That is Yomi position. Yomi is saying they have not shown him, they have not investigated. But at the point Yomi came out saying that the forensic is ongoing, I'm thinking some part of me is saying that. Because I also see Yomi like Yomi is a very smart guy, okay? And smart people they can do and undo. They can always use their brain to go scot-free. They can use their brain to create scenarios and go scot-free, you know? So now, I said it before, with the caliber of people that are against Yomi, who are waiting for his downfall, even if Yomi go there today, and the police shows him, right? I don't think Yomi will come out and say it to the public. He will only adjust his position. Yes, he will not do so. Because people like Yabo Joe, they are there watching. They are watching technically. And there are people who want to humiliate him. And he to understand. And Yomi is somebody who has been a politician in Lagos State before. He knows his way with the police. There are ways everything can be answered in a matured way. That's why at the point, they told him, or he by himself, he had to go out today. Like yesterday, he was supposed to be out doing a protest, showing that Damola has come, right? All those information is not necessary. Unless he has seen something and they want him to go withdraw the accusation he has made on Adura. Technical way for him to withdraw the on Adura. Because the law has not established it was Damola. The case of impersonation is still ongoing. You still have the right to say, Adura contacted me. Okay? And I'm not believing that until this video is investigated to change my position. He has a right to remain in his position. Because that is what it seems to him. But now, how it seems officially should come from the court, not from the police. Right? So him going out to mention Damola either is not right. It is either don't mention Damola, don't mention Adura, and wait for court to decide. But you going on and mention Damola on what basis? Is it because he confessed? I mean, what if he confessed because he was paid? How do you know? Exactly. So what the
confession that can even change when it gets to court.
His focus
I confess under duress.
Exactly. His focus should only be on things like this. Like, okay, because Damola is not cooperating, Damola is not cooperating with me. So for Damola attempting to defraud me, I'm going to use section 419, which is a criminal case against anybody who tried to defraud. Section 419 can land you 7 to 20 years imprisonment. So your maker can say, okay, because Damola is not telling me the truth, the real person that messaged me, and Damola is not helping me to find a 10-minute video. Damola could have cooperated with Yomi and show him how he can get the 10-minute video which he needs. Damola only needs, Yomi only want to find justice for Mohbad. Yomi doesn't want to punish Damola. Is stubborn. Then Yomi now can say, okay, I want to activate that section. So Yomi has also made that petition. Yomi has a petition against Damola for trying to defraud him. So all those petitions should have been against Adura, but he has. Because for police if imagine Yomi had petitioned Hadura for trying to defraud him, okay, then police will investigate. They will do forensic.
I thought Yomi petition on Adura.
Yomi petition on Adura is concealing of evidence, which I don't find solid. You can only petition anybody on that is Yomi is petitioning Adura that Adura has had that evidence in his phone. All this why he has not submitted to the police.
Not so that he petitioned Adura that Adura messaged me and Adura wanted to defraud me.
No, he has changed his stance. Now he has petitioned Damola for trying to defraud him, not Adura. He said because Damola has.
Did he change his hand? Did he have evidence that it was? What did he have evidence that it was Damola?
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to Yomi, I am not 100%. Okay, Yomi is a smart guy. He can do his things and get away with some people. But with me, I can always find out that some games are played. You know, Yomi also is playing his game.
Because you don't have any evidence.
But what we can focus on is the homicide
Damola. You don't have any evidence to petition Damola.
No. His evidence is that Damola has confessed. So you understand? His evidence is that Damola's confession. Damola is agreeing.
Like yes. that can be thrown away when it gets to prosecution.
Then wait now. If that is thrown away, then they will now go back to Adura. But let Damola throw it away.
They will not go back to Adura. Okay.
But since Damola is not changing his position, then they will keep holding him until he changes his position. If Damola changes, Yomi will change. But if Damola is not changing, then Yomi feel like, okay, let me go for you then. But I think Yomi should go for both of them. That's the video I made at the time. All of them.
This is interesting.
They said that Wumi was under a bench warrant. For me, Wumi was never under any bench warrant. Wumi was under
warrant of arrest.
It's a different thing. Bench warrant is a different thing. It means you're supposed to appear in court and you didn't appear in court. Okay? So they have to bring you wherever they see you. But arrest warrant is you have not been charged to court, you don't have any case in court yet. Police is suspecting that you have committed crime.
That wants you.
If police want you, but they're not getting you. So they're gonna get
you. So they will now go and look for you.
So the warrant of arrest they claim against me. Where is the warrant of arrest? Where is it?
Oh, was there no warrant of arrest?
It's games. I don't believe in those things. Somebody was playing games with the police. There's some mobilization going on there too. Like it's crazy. Wumi lawyer came out and said
there has been a warrant.
Nowhere.
Hold on.
Wumi client is going nowhere.
No,
why is police not going to do that?
Yomi himself said there has been a warrant of arrest. Are you saying Yomi is not sure what he's saying?
I'm saying we don't know the truth that is in between there. It is either those police cooperated with Yomi, just like to excite the public, okay, to make the public happy, you know, or Because why I say to excite, those police, you can't trust them. Since we are hearing that they are taking wine.
Or maybe they told you that they are going to issue their warrant of arrest and you went
they issued it. They told him that, according to him, they said they issued it. African television contradicted that and he saw it. African television, when he went, he didn't come to deny that he didn't see anything. But African TV to him is not. All of them, me, I just look at everybody. They're just playing. They're not ready. They're not serious. So many on seriousness.
Paparino, it's one thing for you to have a warrant of arrest signed in the office, and it's another thing for you to implement that warrant by giving it to an officer to go and, sleep in the file.
Why do you get a warrant of arrest if it's not to execute it?
But you might sign a warrant of arrest today, and by tomorrow.
Let's say a court. It is only a court that signs a warrant of arrest. Let's say a court has approved a warrant of arrest. What next? Tell me, I'm asking you. Let's say a court. What? Only courts can approve warrants to arrest a citizen.
That's what I'm saying. So this one is it by the court or by the police station?
It's by the court already. By the court. It's not that they are initiating it. They are not just initiating it. It's been initiated. It's been approved. So what I expect the police to have done all those while is to have declared Wunmi wanted. Because
after the warrant of arrest, it's going to be in newspaper. It's going to be everywhere. It's
exactly. Exactly. They have the right. That's what I'm saying. Why did Yomi not go after them to go and disturb them to activate it? A lot of things is going on there, and that's what I
heard when you were saying that Baba should be petitioned, Baba should be done this and that.
Yes.
The same way I believe that the Nigerian police force should also be petitioned to state where we the public have felt that they have come short of their procedures. They should be petitioned.
If you petition the police right now,
yes.
Okay. If you petition the police, on what ground?
Because they will tell us they've not finished.
Police can defeat you in that case because they will tell. Don't forget that this is one thing that they always use. They have a constitutional discretion to investigate crime the way they want it. Don't forget. There's a part of their law. They have a discretion to investigate a crime or not. No other person can do that job in a state, in a country. So, are you saying you know better than them? So then you must bring your own evidence. Don't teach them their job. Come on, that's a constitutional right. It's just like you suing or petition the Attorney General of the state. Okay? For saying that Mohbad died naturally, for cancelling it, and you think that you petition him to cut the Mohbad not die naturally. Don't forget, when he get there, even to Supreme Court, only one law they will tell you, Section 211 and Section 174. He has the discretional power to continue, to discontinue, to annul, to make any case.
Don't forget that the police have operational guidelines on how to exercise this constitutional power.
And give me now, if you want to sue them, give me your area. Tell me one point you can use to sue.
That's what I'm saying. It means that we have to study the operational guideline of the investigation.
Tell me one. You have been studying them all this while. Now this is 2 years in this case. You are not new. So tell me one thing that you feel like can be used to puncture the police.
Number one, safe custody. Let me say the custody of the crime scene. Okay? The treatment of the crime scene. It is in their guideline how the police should treat a crime scene. Okay? So, sequel to that, do you want to agree that police have followed their guideline on how to secure a crime scene? Was that crime scene secured?
Yes, I think it is a duty of the police to investigate all crime and to do possible thing to get information related to crime, right? So if police, if in securing the place will make them get the necessary information that is necessary to make their case, if it entails that, I think they should do so. Because not
Don't forget that
police,
this person died in the house. He died
no, that's what I'm
in the
saying.
house.
Listen. This person was confirmed dead in the hospital, right?
Brought in dead.
Confirmed.
Brought in
Please wait. Yes. This person was confirmed dead in the hospital, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay. But this person was alleged dead anywhere else, maybe in the house, maybe on the way.
No. The hospital confirmed.
Can you tell me any professional? Wait, can you tell me any professional who confirm? Can you tell me what time Mohbad was professionally confirmed dead by anybody?
No, there was no time. The only thing we have, the report is brought in dead. That means
Capitalism. Do you know what a dead body is?
Of course.
When a body is dead, from that moment the body remains dead, right? Nobody knows the time of his death. But what time was Mohbad officially pronounced dead or professionally pronounced dead? Professionally.
Around 4 p.m. or 3:45, right?
It is a time that a person who has a knowledge of knowing who is dead, call him dead, right?
Yeah.
And where was the place? The hospital. Now, could he have died in the car? Could he have died in the house? It's possible. Exactly. So police will now investigate that upon interrogation. Wait. Let me answer this.
Capitalism, let me say something to you here.
Okay, go on, Lady Chan.
What about this aspect of negligence from Mumi's side? Can she not go down for something? Because she can't just go like that completely, you know.
Negligence.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing.
What do you mean negligence?
Those are just.
When the next went to the house, what was she doing? Was she pregnant?
Those are minor.
Those ones are just like internal family. You know, there's no way you can pin negligence.
You cannot show the damage. You have to show the damage.
You can what are the
caused. You can show the enormous damage that caused.
Do you even know where we going that negligence? Because he actually called the nurse. So that's no more negligence.
She did not call the nurse. She did not call the nurse. It wasn't Wumi that called the nurse.
Okay, good. Okay, sorry for using Wumi. They called the nurse to come. So which means they've tried to do, even though maybe the nurse is a quack, that's another kettle of fish. But they tried to seek a medical help to look after the body, to look after him, and the nurse came in and confirmed that he was still okay when she came in and stuff. So the negligence cannot be proven in that, regard.
Something is not aligning here with me. If the police in their preliminary report said that left, and
so nobody has been able to now to prove that blood, that bleeding, that profusely. I think that has been out of this equation, and I don't know why. Maybe police will go back to their report and tell us where they got that blood.
It came back from those in the house. It came back from those in the house. You understand? Because it's from the witnesses or whatever, 26 people or whatever, 15 people that the police interviewed, okay? So it came out from them.
And police now concluded that was what killed him. Can you imagine?
Because they could say that if he actually bled from the show and then they kept him, the police, the nurse came on Tuesday, that's negligence. Okay, if someone can bleed with that volume, then that's negligence. She has to be charged for something.
But the nurse confession has cleared that. The nurse came in, you saw about her life. Nothing was, as in, yeah, he was responding to you. The nurse did not see any sign of blood bleeding. The nurse did not see any loss of blood. You know, I'm not sure even the nurse, so that has really cleared that bleeding profuse. Because if somebody has bled profusely and nurse came, nurse will know now that something is happening.
Those that lie have to come and make statements in regards to that. Something is not just adding up. And the police
something is not adding up. See, Lady Chan, all of us know that something is not adding up. And from my own point of view, from the point of Blessing calling Baba, Paparino, me and you were on this call that we dealt with that profusely. From Blessing calling Baba and from Baba Ekasara, something didn't add up. And that was at that time, when I think it's on this platform that we got to know, we analyzed it, we got to know that Blessing actually, somebody called Blessing now called Baba. Since that time, I became like, this case is not going anywhere. They've messed up everything. Okay?
Blessing called Baba. Baba called Blessing.
Blessing called Baba.
Baba called Mama. Mama called Brother. Brother called Auntie.
Blessing called Baba. Mama called Papa. Papa called Baba called Mumbo.
Uncle called Baba. Sister called Baba. Auntie called Baba. What are we getting?
No. So all of those
they were making people look stupid.
Yeah. And so Paparino,
we are saying things are not
going. See, this is where I got the whole thing confused. Number one, when the first time the government pathology went to take a sample from the deceased, the question I asked was, where was Baba's own pathology? It was at that time, two of them should have taken that sample together at the same time.
No lawyer is
at that point. It was at that point they should have applied to the court that Mr. Court, we also want to conduct our own simultaneously. Not that you are waiting for the government to come first. You now want to go and do your thing. Time is running. Okay? Then another question is when the government pathology went to take the sample, who was the family member that was with them? Do you know the answer? Blessing. I was like, are you guys kidding me? Are you guys kidding me? Blessing was there when the scientific investigation is being carried out. What would she ask? What question would she ask? What would she know? Even if they pour chemical, would she do? So it was at that point.
A body that they have people done that embalmment on, how do you want to find anything? After government embalmed the body, how will you do autopsy and find anything?
So if
I've been saying this thing, they were telling me that even if the body is dead 100 years, they will find something. Even if it's 200 years. Okay.
At that point, when government wants to take his own sample, that's when I thought they should have applied immediately to court and say, hey, court, we also want to take our own immediately. So that two of them will go in, same time, take whatever they want to take, and two of them will go and do their independent. If they have done that at that time and they both come back with this same result, then I will accept. I will definitely accept that, okay. But you allow government to do his own. After how many months? You are not going to take your own, and your own took months. It's okay. See, in all of this is a learning point. It's a learning point in all of this. Okay? And I got to learn a lot from Justice from Oba, especially coroner law in Lagos, the treatment of dead body in Lagos, how you should treat dead body, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's an eye-opener, but the case has been messed up, Lady Chan. I've been issue. Don't let us don't let us kill ourselves about it. It has been messed up. It has been messed up. Okay, so all of this is just like trying to patch it, trying to still find something out of nothing, trying to just see where could there be any loophole, could there be something that we can. So what I'm just hoping on God's intervention and Mohbad himself getting justice back for himself. Okay, maybe for somebody to just go and say something that this case is not closed yet. Even if they bury Mohbad today, I believe the truth will still come out very soon. Because it's not closed. It's not closed yet. I believe the truth will come out by itself. That's what I believe.
I am king of strategies. The next strategy right now to get justice is to petition Baba Mohbad. People should remove emotion from this people get justice.
Yeah.
If Baba is petition for the quick burial of Mohbad, Baba will name names. Baba don't want to go down alone. Baba will bring all these David guys, all these Kubana. Baba will bring everybody back in. You'll be shocked. He will be saying,
I think that's another strategy. You can bring out this.
I'm telling you, the man is very technical. I have seen him that this is a man that knows how to beg. It's some people who know how to beg, who doesn't have integrity. They can fall for anything. And they know that if it happens, they will only come and beg and say, that's how they are. So you have to be strong with them.
But see, you don't even need to petition. I think the government, the police, they love the
police is not going there. Police has done their investigation.
No, what I mean is this. That one, we don't need petition for that. The police can say, okay, you have wrongfully buried this guy without...
Police will not go there. Get me now. Police have done their suspect. Why are you over-expecting from the police? Police is somebody that, if you are a victim of something, you report to the police, then they take necessary action. Okay, in the course of the investigation, they have investigated. They didn't find that wrongful. But if anybody feels that wrongful right now, and you come and you activate that law, police will arrest the person. That's what I'm telling you. If you leave police alone, they will never arrest. They will never focus on that.
They won't do that.
Exactly. Somebody must take responsibility and show that a citizen has committed a crime, and that should be investigated. And they will start.
You are reporting that crime to police.
A crime to the police. That's a different crime.
Stop saying this, though. Before Wunmi and Temi people will hear this, they will take out.
It's not about that. That is the next thing to be done. Anybody should do it. We are for just for Mohbad. Okay. Our boss today said she complained Mohbad should not be buried, but the father said no. She said Okojo Metanji be Lazarus. All right. And the man went to bury.
You are giving power to Wunmi.
Please wait. Stop saying this. Please. No way we are joking. There's no power. There's nobody giving to anybody. If they bring Baba Mohbad will bring every other person. If Wunmi is wrong, it's very simple. They will bring her back.
And it's true. Baba Mohbad will name everybody.
Okay. Somebody must name somebody, but no, everybody is looking at each other. Who want to name each other? Who want to go first? Somebody must go first. If you can't go through this person, petition is not a bad thing. You guys are claiming one just from Mohbad, right? Petition is not a bad thing. Petition is to open everywhere. If we can't go through here, we go through here. The right person we can go through right now is Baba Mohbad. Because Baba Mohbad, we can pinpoint an offense he committed. It is 14 years imprisonment to bury anybody without reasonable cause of death. Without finding. It's a crime. Wait 1 minute, let me tell you to call the person. Okay? We don't want to wicked him. If he's innocent, he will explain. The court that is going to understand Yoruba culture, the police understand Yoruba culture. Police are not, but they are not coming, they're not strangers. But if he's committed a crime, they will arrest him. And they will take him to court. And when you get to court, because people are saying that Baba has evidence, then he will bring it. But if we don't petition him, the man will just go with everything that he has. I believe that they said he has something, right? Let us bring it. Baba said, Ali Lokpa Mohbad. Maybe Ali will be mentioned that time. But if you don't petition him, how will he mention Ali? That is a Congo ban or whoever.
So what's really happening with the... Sorry, maybe you don't want to go into that. Is the DNA matter still ongoing?
That's what I'm saying, that Baba is a right person to petition because it will open so many things. The only thing that will bring drama to this case right now is if Baba Mohbad is being investigated. Since they don't want to go through Wunmi, since police claim they find nothing, At least they go to Bamba right now. Maybe they will find something that will implicate somebody else.
At least Baba will tell us what Blessing told him. It will start from there.
And maybe they may do forensic on Bamba by force.
To start from there.
And when Blessing is implicated, we know we'll be implicated. Because now we'll know when we may call Blessing. We'll say, Blessing, all this while you were hiding, and Baba was protecting you, right? So you know that Baba died earlier, like 8 a.m. in the morning. You know this, and Baba know this, and Baba is protecting you, right? You stupid girl. Then we'll enter there.
You guys are quiet. Exactly.
Then we'll enter there. But they will say, leave Baba now, go through me now. Okay, now go through.
Yes, I'm here.
Don't you think that's the right thing?
Yeah, of course now, of course, the right thing, I agree. So who is gonna petition now? Who is the president gonna petition Baba?
Any foundation now.
Your means
Any active foundation can take that upon themselves. What concerns me. Me, I'm just giving strategy.
You are just giving us strategy.
Me, I'm the advisor. Mr. Advisor.
So don't you think? Okay, anyway. Like I said, the other set of people.
I have said that I will never take a lead in this case because people seem coming after people, thinking that you want money, you don't want this, you don't want that. So there are people we have already given money to Yomi. We have already given money to some people. So they can just do anything. All right? I don't have to come and be saying, let's get new lawyer, let's generate money, and I get this. I don't have to do that shit.
Africa,
okay. Let's go on those who are giving money. Tell them the next thing to do. If they do it fine, don't do it. Let them break laws. Simple.
Larry Omodia Foundation is there. Break the Silence Foundation is there. Ada Foundation is there. So those three foundations.
Capitalism. Maybe Larry Omodia can come back on Baba. Baba is petitioning him once now. Let him go and come back. Maybe
you not use this one to. You use this one to say, okay, it's my turn. You know. Wow. So inquest is done for today. So when is the next date for the DNA matter?
No, I think we should be. I've not gotten that full update. I need to know when is the next inquest. Let me even try to check the update. I need to know the next inquest. So, guys, inconclusive. Baba Mohbad results is inconclusive. Simple. That's the update.
Inconclusive.
That is the update.
But anyway, Paparino, I'll tell you the truth. This is not new. I told you on your platform on Tuesday. Anyway, it's not new. It's not new. But I think that's the right strategy. That's the right approach you have really built out there. I think if we don't go through A, go through B, that's why it's good to have different plans of action. So that if one road seems blocked, you open another one. If that one seems blocked, you open another one. So I think that's a good strategy that you have pointed out there. Okay? That's okay. If the public were so keen and interested in the justice, let's go through another quarter and see if God will bring out something from that trajectory, you know. So now I think it's not the nurse now that will now take the 4 right now. That is the only person remaining that will take the 4. You are muted, Paparino.
Yeah, I think nurse and spending have been charged to court or something. Spending for calling the nurse or something like that.
For calling the nurse?
Yeah, I think so, right? Yeah. It's spending call the nurse.
So it's a crime to give somebody's number now.
Yes, now he has to go and say his own part in court now. Then maybe he has been using the nurse. If he has a good lawyer, then he's gonna come out easily.
Of course, right? Yeah. Would you recommend somebody that you have not been using before?
Exactly. Like there's no case. It's like your judge was saying,
and to be sincere with you, in Yoruba space, in Lagos, in Ogun, you have a lot of nurses like that everybody patronizes. That is not a new thing. It is not a new thing. There are many. There are many. Nobody, in fact, police officers, they use them. There are many. All those auxiliary nurses. There are many. People patronize them and they treat people. Some of them are experienced. Oh, just for the fact that they didn't go to school, but they've been they've been training under a hospital environment. They've been there for years, so they have experience. They can treat patients. So there are many. It's not new.
So it's like a normal thing, like a norm in Nigeria.
Yes.
So why do people use those auxiliary nurses?
What do you call normal thing? Sorry, please. I wasn't here. What do you call normal thing?
As in these nurses, you call them auxiliary nurses. That they are.
Yeah. It's a common practice that nurses do go to people at home. Even Bamubadi was asked has nurse ever treated Mubad? He said yes. He has called nurse to come to Mubad before, but Mubad is not
exactly. In fact, not only nurse, you see people selling drugs. All these chemists selling drugs. They will go and treat you in the house. My father used to do once. He said, already nurse. My nurse. I said, is she registered? I said, he knows work now. I said, you see, he knows work. Is he registered? He knows work. But they've been patronizing these people. So they're everywhere.
This should be like a sensitization to the public as well.
It should be sensitization, exactly.
Yeah.
And government should now do something to differentiate. If you are a registered nurse, maybe your own uniform will be different. If you are not registered, maybe your own uniform will be different, so that people can identify who these people are. You may not identify through ID card, but if there is you recognize them that they've gone through normal training, but you will not approve them to wear certain uniforms or certain. The government should not come in now to sensitize people and to try to educate people on how you can identify these people. Because obviously, not everybody can afford going to hospital, private hospital or government hospital. Some government hospitals might be far from people, but they need treatment, which is okay. So I'm not saying they should throw them away, but they should find a way of regulating these people and also sensitizing the public so that public can know who you are dealing with, who you are calling. Okay? So maybe they should have a special uniform, a different uniform for them, to recognize that they've gone through prescribed training over the years, but they are not yet fully registered to the government. But if you see this uniform, this is who they are. So citizens will be aware of who is coming to treat me, who am I dealing with, who am I calling. So I'm not saying they should throw them away. I'm not saying they should throw them out of job. If government has sent them and they've seen that they've gone through prescribed training under a medical practitioner for a number of years, you can license them. You can license them. That's why you have stratas, different primary health care, secondary health care, and tertiary health care. You have the. So some people who operate the primary health care, all the health centers in your villages and blah blah blah, they are manned by all these nurses. Mostly manned by all these nurses. Some people, they go to all these college of health everywhere. They come.
Still, position tá a wà yìí, ẹlòmíì kódà gan ibi tẹ́ bá yẹ IT guy dé lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí gan ó yẹ k'Ọlọ́run jẹ yín níyà. Tẹ́ wá sọ odindi onílé ọlọ́nà tẹ́ sọ di rádaràda. Sorry, this man dey craze.
Try to go for a lesser one.
So then say Shaman is why dey craze. Wait, wetin uniform? What has uniform got to do with what you are dealing with right here? Okay. Fearless, baby. So
it was negative. Okay, I should hold on. Okay, let's hold on. But he gave us a negative report. Even it was said he was not allowed in the inquest.
Who was not?
Really? Olórí vengeance. Ṣé lóòótọ́? Ó dáa. Like where your comment is as if you are pouring cold water. Ẹ̀rí kan tí mo mu, ice cream. Ice cream.
Let's come back.
Because kí ló dé fóònù tún hangi ni. Ẹ̀rí kan tí mo mu, ó dàbí ìgbà tí ara mi gbóná. It was as if my body was hot, as if I'm having fever. Why? Honestly, mo ń bọ̀ ni o àti mo ń bọ̀ ṣó ti mo kàn gbọ́ tó ń sọ̀rọ̀. So it was not as if pé maybe ṣe mọ̀ pé tí the way I felt, it was as if pé kéèyàn lóyún ṣó ti yín kéèyàn lóyún oyún tí ẹ fẹ́ kẹ́ wá lo postinor ṣó ti yín bí kéèyàn lóyún mistakenly. They are flagging me. Why are you guys flagging me? Why are they flagging me? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Why are you flagging? Please don't flag me, please. Sexy me, good afternoon. Please don't flag me. Thank you so much, Sexy me. Thank you. Please stop flagging. Please stop flagging me, please. Mo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọlé sí ni ẹ ti asáré mú show yẹn owó tí show yẹn ti drop. Ẹ ṣé ma, thank you so much ma. Thank you very much, ẹ ṣé ma. Ṣẹ́rí, bí ìgbà téèyàn bá mú téèyàn ṣe mọ̀ pé Arífà ń tẹnumọ́. Thank you so much, ẹ ṣé gan ni, thank you. Bí ìgbà téèyàn bá ti mu postinor láàárọ̀ ní ìdájí, tẹ́tí mu postinor ní ìdájí, tẹ́tí wá expect pé anytime ló máa ṣiṣẹ́. Ṣé mọ̀ pé tó bá ti ṣiṣẹ́, àwa dàbí pé nǹkan já lára yàn bíi pé nǹkan yẹn á kàn wálẹ̀ gbìm níkùn mi bó ṣe rí nìyẹn. Nǹkan yẹn kàn dàbí pé ó já níkùn mi bíi pé ó já bíi pé oyún jábọ́ lára mi bíi pé ó jábọ́ pé mo fi pé Taro, sorry. When I heard what Arifa said, okay, I don't want to say it, okay? So when I heard it, I was in the streets. I was coming home. When I heard it, it was as